Charis, Shalom, grace and peace. I wish to share something in regards to 1 Corinthians 12:31, where Paul talks about the more excellent way. The Corinthians were arguing over what is the greater gifts, something you might find in charismatic circles today. Men and women boasting in their giftings and their callings. But covet earnestly the best gifts. Yes, it is profitable to you to understand, first and foremost, that we all have been given the charismata, the grace gifts, endowed with prophecy, endowed with teaching, and endowed with the spirit of teaching, endowed with the spirit of evangelism, endowed with the spirit of apostleship, endowed with the spirit of a pastoral role. And we've all been given these gifts. And yet I show unto you a more excellent way. And we all know what 1 Corinthians 13 is. It is the love chapter, as many of us know it. The more excellent way for Paul was to do things in agape. The intention of loving an individual will be the least harmful way of dealing with a situation. And it will be to the building up and the edifying of the body. Many a times I've heard preachers use counseling sessions done in confidence for a Sunday sermon, and the excuse that was given was, well, we're all family. Well, my particular take on this actual scenario that someone's undergoing will help benefit many. My wise interpretation of their situation will benefit many. Even though that might be true, it's done in error, and it's contrary to what Jesus taught us. He didn't leave the one for the 99. He left the 99 for the one. And if something that you're about to share might be truthful, but is it done in love? Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, love, I have become as sounding brass or thinking cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy, and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I can remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, I'm zealous, right? Yeah. Have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. Charity suffereth long, and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself. It boasts not in itself. It is not puffed up. It doesn't behave unseemly. Seeketh not her own. Is not easily provoked, and thinketh no evil. It rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Charity, love, never fails, but whether there be prophecies, they will fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. Seeketh not her own. love has to be understood within the feminine spirit of God, in which we all have been endowed with upon our birth. It's that thing which we sense within us. It's an attunement to that state of being. It's not just, well, I do good things for people. No, it's also the countenance and the demeanor in which I carry towards other individuals, even whenever they're not in my presence. It's how I speak about those individuals behind closed doors when they can't hear it. They will also determine whether or not I am motivated by love. In reference to this, I want to read 1 Corinthians 14, verse 12. Once again, even so ye, for as much as you are zealous of spiritual gifts. You can see gifts is italicized, so it was not there in the original manuscripts. So essentially what Paul is saying is to be spiritual, to have the grace gifts, to walk in that power, that understanding, to be zealous of this thing. You seek a good thing, but seek that ye may excel to the edifying of the church. How you proceed is important in building the church. So, yes, we can be zealous after certain spiritual things, but is it for our own benefit? Is it for our own praise and acclamation? And what will be a good revealer of someone's motives is how they deal with offense. Blessed is he who is not offended by me, said Jesus. 1 Corinthians 15:58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, firmly seated, not fluctuating in and out, tossed to and fro, moved by every whim of doctrine and opinion. Be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding, excelling in the work of the Lord. For as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Another translation. This is the New Life Translation. Because of all this, be strong. Do not allow anyone to change your mind. Always do your work well for the Lord. You know that whatever you do for him will not be wasted. So whenever you're rendering your service as unto the Lord, you are doing that to minister to people. But you have to know that those in which you minister to, you cannot put your faith and your hope in how they respond to you as the motivation to doing something. We cannot have conditions on our love in ecclesiastical ministry, because then we will not know how to deal with offense, and our service unto Christ will be we won't even have a service unto Christ, because our service will be for essentially, I do this based upon the response of the crowd, whether that be good or bad, whether people take a liking to me or not, instead of knowing that we are serving the Lord, even if what we have to say is an offense to others. Because those that love you in your earthly human relationships will at some point or another offend you. And if you do not learn to delight yourself in the Lord, to know His love for you, to find the source of your happiness continually in Him, where are you putting the source of your happiness? In people? In things? In circumstances? If you allow people, places, or things to determine your happiness, you're also giving those same things, circumstances, people, possessions, materiality, you're also giving those same things the permission to contribute to your sadness. So delight yourself in the Lord. Receive that which is, accommodate within thyself that which is agreeable to the Lord, that which is of His glory, of His doxa, of His right and true opinion of you, and that will motivate and influence you when you go to minister in love to others. Hope this was encouraging to you. You are blessed with all blessings, and have a good night.